Hi, good morning, and thank you for joining me in my shop here. Today is January 19th, and very cold again today, minus 17 when I got up. That's really cold. But in the meantime, I managed to find my box of 7 volt, not 7 volt, but 7 numbered tubes, Loctol tubes. Here they are. And in here is apparently, on here it says 17C6. That's what I'm looking for, right? This is the original one, 7C6. I see one right away jumping out at me. Supposedly there's 2 more in here, according to my other record. Well, let's give this one a test here, and we'll see if this one doesn't do the trick. So I had to really dig deep to find this box, because you know how it works. I overlooked it first time through. Don't do that. So I had to look again and again and again until finally I looked where I already had looked. Oh, we're going to test that tube. So come back here. Okay. 7. C6. 7C6. 6.3. Excuse me. A123. A45. 65 here. WX for the test. Okay, so the last one that I tested, all 3 elements in the tube, the 2 diodes and the triode, all tested in the bad range here, which doesn't mean the tube doesn't work. It just means you could maybe sell somebody a new tube. Let's just see how this one stacks up. Okay, no shorts in it. And it was WX, wasn't it? WX. Here we go. Oh, look at that. Wow. Okay, I don't think we have any doubts about this one. Let's test the diodes just to be sure. So we punch 6 and change this to 80. And push X. Yeah, it's going to be good. I think, and I could be wrong about this, they're all sharing a cathode. X. Yeah. Good. Okay, we got a tube here that's testing good. That's all we need. This particular tube, this particular 7 tube, or Loctol tube, I should be calling it, the 7C6 seems to be a little bit rare, because I have many of the others, but only a couple or 3 of these. Okay, 1 is all I need though. Okay, so we're going to pop this in. We're going to try the radio and see if the volume has been restored at this point. Okay, everything is set. I think the antenna is switched off. So I will switch on the radio. Yeah, it's on. Okay, I'm going to run and just turn the switch on. So we have a strong antenna to work with here. Okay, I'll just be, usually it's between 11 and 12 seconds. Okay, I was delayed a couple seconds there. What do we got going here? We have more volume. You can hear it now. This is full volume. Tuning. Okay, so we know the problem lies beyond the tubes. It's got to be something more than that. And because I'm quite certain we've got a good set of tubes here at this point. I know the output from the IF is quite strong. This switch can have no impact one way or the other. I think probably some troubleshooting is what's in order now. I'll try to follow the signal as it works its way through the radio. Yep, that's what has to happen now. Oh, Shadow. Cat Shadow has come to join me. Shadow, what are you doing today? Well, she's not doing much. She can't go outside. She doesn't understand that. It's just too cold. There's nowhere to go anyway. It's all snow covered outside. Yeah, that's right. What's that sound? That sound is a radio half working. Okay, enough of that fun. I'm going to go and have a little coffee and then we'll work on this radio. Okay, I have my signal tracer going here. Set to audio, as you can hear it. First we will touch it again to where I touched it last time, which is the input, basically the rectified output of the IF, or the detector output, right here.
Because we never do this.
Lots of volume.
So
now we're going to go to the volume control itself, and try to spin this around. Here we are. This will do. Okay, now I'm going to go on the middle slider here.
I don't know if I'm going to dream of enough.
So we know the volume at the volume control is good. So now the volume control is going to feed the signal up to the grid of the tube I just plugged in there. I need to know where my tube manual is. What's it doing over here? This is no place for it. Okay, so 7C6. 7C6. There it is here. Two diodes and a triode, and we want to look at the grid. What's reaching this tube? It should be 3. Pin 3. And the plate, by the way, is pin 2. 3 then 2. 3 then 2 on this tube. Well, it has to be this tube. That's where the diodes were. 3 then 2. Might be a little hard to spot that. So I'm looking for the key. Can't see it. They number the pins by any chance? They did not. These are very nice tube sockets they used in this radio. So I think there's a resistor blocking my view of the pin. Oh, I can figure it out this way. Okay, got the pin. 1, 2, 3. There's 3. This is what's getting to the grid.
Like, alright, but isn't even 100? Like, that's just feels where the UFC is at. And
Seems like it's all there.
Yes, is Connor there?
Okay, the plate. So what's coming out of the plate? There might be a pop here when I... Hey. Nothing coming out of the plate. Nothing at all at the plate. Any voltage on that plate. So usually the detector tubes have a low plate voltage, 60, something like that. What just happened there? Did you hear the change in the volume of the radio? Ever so slightly as I touched this? No idea why it would change. Well, there appears to be no plate voltage. There should be a capacitor here and another capacitor right here. There must be something else hooked up to that terminal. Yeah, there's a resistor there. Looks like 22. Looks like 220K. Let's try on the other side of that resistor. Okay, 220K. See, 173 volts on one side of it, and on the other side, 0. So you've either got a shorted capacitor. There's a new one here, so that's not likely. And the other one's a mica one. It's not likely. What's most likely is that resistor is open. Let's cut the power, because I think I found the problem here. So we will measure the resistance. Should be 220K. And that would be from here to here. And she's open circuit. So we have an open resistor. I guess based on the owner's experience, it took about 5 minutes for that resistor to go from okay to not okay. So I will replace that resistor, and we'll see. I'm pretty sure the radio's going to work. Yay, let's look on the schematic. Excuse me here. Yeah, let's check out the schematic first. Okay, looking at the circuit diagram here, we were looking at the grid, and we found a strong signal on the grid. On the plate we found no signal and then found no voltage, and we hunted for a 22, there it is, 220K resistor, 220K. This guy's open, and so he's got no plate voltage, so there's virtually nothing going on here. We need to put a new 220K resistor in. Very good. That's going to fix this radio, I bet. I'm putting down money on it right now. I'm putting down, I'm going a long ways here. I'm putting down $1.25. And look at the back of my coin here. It's picturing a tree, classic sort of tree here. And that's, oh, it's still showing the queen. Hey, you're out of date. This guy too, yeah. There's the queen. On the back of this one we've got a loon, a kind of bird. That's very, very common around here. Well, okay, $1.25 on the line. Okay, capacitor's in, and money's still on the table, and we're not talking small money here. Like, this is no 50 cents here. This is over $1 I've got on the table. So here we go. This is the old guy. And volume down because I'm expecting lots of volume this time. Power on. Now you could argue, well, wait a minute, something caused this to burn out. Aren't we just going to burn out the next one? Well, there's a good chance of that, actually. There's actually a pretty good chance of that. Let's quickly make a voltage reading. Thank you for bringing that up. Okay, we want to check the voltage across that resistor. Is it all there now? So we have 100 volts. That's typical. You can hear the sound coming out of the speaker. That's typical of plate voltages on detector tubes. I think I'm getting my money back here. Let's try the volume.
This with Bomani Jones was what is the new inefficiency?
Oh, there's some volume there, all right.
Look at with that.
Yeah.
They're going to be dinged. They just can't simply treat.
What happens if we put this tube back in? We'll put the 2 original tubes back in. Let's try it. We'll see what happens. Okay. Because I'm going to suggest if it's working fine, why replace these tubes? C6. 7C6. We'll do them one at a time. So that's the weaker detector tube now. Okay. I like these experiments here. Here we go. I don't think I actually put the radio on full voltage either. Same as the last tube. And this is with the lower voltage. Okay. Power off. We'll take out the new output tube. This probably should be changed, but you'll see. I think back in the day there was a lot of funny business with selling tubes in these radios, because it's so attractive. I mean, if you're inclined to cheat at all, wow, you could cheat customers left and right with tube changes. Okay, power on again. Volume right down. Now with the other tube combinations, with the volume right down, you can still hear it. Let's see if that's still the case here. Coming around now. Here it comes. Might be a little quieter. Okay, I'll turn the volume up. There's no shortage of volume. I'm barely turning the volume control here. Just 15 degrees, 20 at the most.
1.5% loyalty rate reduction for lease rates as low as 2.4%.
Tuning.
A proud member of Wayne's Auto Group.
Great.
Yep, it's getting colder out there. What you need is this
It's getting colder. It's not getting colder. It's as cold as it's going to get. I say so. In fact, in 2 or 3 days, according to the weather report, it's going to warm back up to around 0 or just above again. Okay, well, I think what we can take a look at with the radio now is its alignment. I'm going to guess that whoever did this work didn't have the equipment to align the radio, but that's a guess. We'll find out. Okay, we will find out. So I had forgotten about all these marks that somebody put on the back panel here, and that indicates somebody put a lot of effort into aligning this radio. So my guess is it's properly aligned. But in any case, we're going to check the IF because it's easy to do and fairly inconsequential. So I'm going to switch the antenna now from the outdoor antenna to let's see if we just make this a wee bit better. There. To the signal generator, which is over here. So the frequency right now is 825. The actual frequency for the IF in this radio is 460 according to the schematic. So we're going to take this down to 460 and we should hear a tone come out. 1000 hertz tone should come out. Let me turn the volume up a bit though. Okay, here we go. Oh. Ooh. So that's probably where the radio's tuned. Yeah, it's tuned to 590 right now. So that's just going through the antenna in the normal way. 460. Okay, I heard it. Give it a little more oomph here. Calibration activity. There we are. I'm just listening for where the peak occurs. Well, that would be dead on. That's what I would say. Now we're getting a tone because I've got it tuned to a station, so I'll leave this on 460 there. Tune off the station. So the tone you're hearing now is coming from the signal generator. That's just fine. I can't resist. Let's twiddle the IF tuning a little bit here. I'm doing this without a meter connected. Shame on me. Yeah, you know what? I'm pretty sure this is all good. I'm going to muck it up if I'm not careful. Yeah. So I'm returning it to the starting spot. Oh, got a little more to that one. Got a lot more of it. Holy jeez. Okay, enough of that. It's just a little exciting. Really close. I don't think there's much to be gained there. That was an exciting moment there. Want to try that again? No. So I'm only a little bit at a loss as to why that would spark like that, but it must be the capacitor is charged up at the trimmer capacitor must be carrying some B plus voltage there. That was shorted to ground briefly. Okay, that was exciting. Rest of it, I've got to assume if somebody did all this work that they've carefully aligned it, and I don't think I want to fiddle with it myself. It's quite involved. I looked at the instructions. It's quite involved. So, good. Okay. Why don't we give it a run? Let's give it a run. So we'll go back on the antenna. I'm gonna stop for a minute and we'll put the radio down and tune it here. So there's a couple of marks penciled onto the front of it also. I don't know offhand what these marks are. But what I'm also noticing is there are holes drilled here. I wouldn't want to swear to it, but these holes could be marking key frequencies. Wouldn't want to swear to that. The actual instructions say, take the glass out of the cabinet, put it behind the pointer laying on this plate. You know, the difficulty with that is, how do you know for sure you've got it, you know, properly aligned this way or that way? You know, maybe it fits in here really exactly, but I doubt it. So I'm not sure how that's going to be a good thing to do. A lot of these radios are designed so you can do the oscillator alignments with the radio inside the cabinet, but often you can't get at everything. Look at these down here on the look down here. All these adjustments here that need to be made. You really can't do that with the radio in the cabinet. You can't get in there and do it. So, hats off to whoever took the time to make these marks, because almost certainly the marks were all made relative when the radio was in the cabinet with the glass there. So we want to play the radio now and just listen to it on all bands, just to be sure that it's working. Now, of course, not necessarily are all bands operating. Okay, so the antenna is connected. It does say use this ground wire, but I can see the ground wire goes just to the chassis here. There's nothing special about that, so we're just connected to another spot here. That's fine. All is good. Okay, so we're starting off by turning it on. That would be a good idea. There we go. Too bad it doesn't have another light over on this side. It would balance it out a lot nicer, I think. And it's possible this light is supposed to be projecting into the edge of the glass. We'll have to study the cabinet to see if that's really the case, but there's not much you can do with the position of this light.
They withstood it, right?
Yeah, we'll go down to the bottom here. Still have the loose wiggly capacitor. I haven't really looked at that. So definitely grommets right in here. I don't think you can tighten that up. Probably what's happened is the grommets have shrunk a little bit, and that's introduced this play. I think you would have a hard time getting in there and tightening those up. And you couldn't tighten them up anyway. It looks like they have a metal sleeve inside that keeps that stops the tightening, so you don't squeeze the grommet down too far. Okay, let's go. Now that the noise you hear right now, that's just interference here in my house that I have not been able to solve. Did he say 570?
Having those 2 extra days.
My gosh, that's 570. Okay, I need to get my book here. $2,002 That's a funny Canadian thing to say. They said 570. It's either WKBN, but in the daytime it's probably CKGL from Cambridge. Cambridge, not far from here. The other station is from Youngstown in New York. I think that's a night. So this is a Canadian thing. Well, for sure, just did a Canadian ad. So it's CKGL. Let's carry on.
Now on the other end, you're short.
It's 590.
I will tell you.
This is 610 from St. Catharines.
In other direction, very heavy and moving through here. In the meantime, still problem-free across the major routes. Driving to Mr. Lube.
640 or 680.
For expert care of oil changes through to tire services. Open early, open late, open weekends. Mr. Lube, no appointment needed. That's the big trouble traffic spots right now. I'm Miles Marcus, 640 Toronto.
640. Okay. 680 coming.
Multiple lanes blocked
680.
eastbound and westbound. Atlas Care for your home heating, cooling, electrical, plumbing, and...
Ooh, can't have it on music or I'll get a copyright hit. So that was either WLW from Cincinnati or it was Montreal. I think that's probably Cincinnati. I don't know. Carry on.
Me, my wife, 3 little girls, 3 female
This is 820. 820 CHAM from Hamilton. Comedy station.
The only other male in the household is my golden retriever Bill, and they had him muted.
Okay, moving on. This is
du haut en bas, c'est pas ça chez nous. Rejoindre. Si ma gang pense que c'est une bonne idée, mais on le fera pas. Faut que tout le monde soit d'accord pour qu'on y aille, puis là on y va tous ensemble.
This is CJ, no, yes, 860 CJBC. This is a CBC station coming from Toronto in French.
Moi je pense que il faut que les gens
Kitchener. So I don't know where we are now. London, Ontario. Not sure. Let's carry on. That's the end of the run there. Almost lines up with that little hole. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if these holes mean anything. Often they put little dings up on the top here to help you do the alignment on a radio like this with no dial. Okay, that was it for AM. That's not bad. That's very good. In fact, compared to a year ago, is fantastic what just happened here. And it's all about the antenna I'm using. You know, we're running this radio only on 97 volts too. We're not even running it on the full Monty. Okay, so we're going to go up one band. And don't know what band I'm on. I got to get the radio cabinet here. Let me just grab it. Okay, add this away in a nice safe spot. Unlike my bench. There we go. Okay. Now, so we did broadcast. We're probably on shortwave 1, which is 5.8 up to 8 megahertz. We might get something in the middle here. That's a nothing. Okay, we'll go to the next band. 9.5 to 12. We should get stuff. Now there's a strong station at 9.3, but it's off. It's off the scale. So the strong station's almost always there. Hey, where are you? Oh. They have full volume on this. I thought I heard something. Scratchy spot on the capacitor. There we are.
Comes the count several verses later on.
It's full volume. Well, this sounds like the station at 9.3, which is off the scale here. Okay, let's go over to the next one. Now, this next band, the last band, be the top band here, 15 to 18, there's a good chance of picking up stuff here. Don't know what that is.
Then our Lord says, my child, God isn't angry with you. Come to me. Don't be afraid. Believe in me. Trust me. Then I'll say to you.
Well, just tell all the children that got annihilated on the Passover. Tell them. Tell them that story.
Listen again to the sower for another musical treat and spiritual tonic. And ask your friends to join you. You'll all be...
So this is what it's like living near the United States. All these stations are coming up from the United States. At this time of day, that's really all I can expect. Well, picked up a couple stations. So it's definitely working. I had to have the volume up very, very high. Okay, that's it for today. I'm either done this radio or maybe not. I'll have a chat with the owner about the shortwave side of it. If he's done all the alignment work, I don't want to repeat it. And it could just be, this is just the reception here today. It's not, short. Actually, for the last few weeks, it seems to me shortwave has been rather weak. Don't know why that would be exactly. But there we are. Oh, you know what else I got to check out? I got to check out the audio connection. How this is being utilized. I think we need to take a little look at that. But that'll be for tomorrow. I'm done for today. So thank you very much for watching, and hope you got a kick out of this. And we'll see you tomorrow for the last run on this. See ya.